Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome to the final part of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening PC port. So, before we fight the final boss, I do want to cover item theft. I always intended to, but if you do it, you'll be labeled as a thief for the rest of the game, and you will also die a lot. So, you kind of get locked out of the deathless ending, so just start walking around the shopkeeper. Once he's turned around, you can just walk out, and hey, you got it for free. We go and we talk to Marin real fast. She'll call us thief. Everyone will call us thief. We are now thief. Someday you will leave this island. I just know it in my heart. Don't forget me. If you do, I'll never forget you. Which, let's maybe look at that statement a bit more once we're not labeled a thief, you know? But more importantly, from that, you also will unlock the final photo quest piece. So let's take a look at that real fast, just to see the full photo book. So this will get you all 12 photos if you did them all. But just keep in mind that the first one can also actually be a different photo. So yeah, if we go over here, it's the Travel as a Thief now. And we have every single one of our photos here. And there's the thief one, so we got caught stealing the items. And then there's one more interaction that I'm pretty sure you know, so let's just head on over to it. So, once you go back into the item shop, I wasn't kidding when I said pay, now you'll pay the ultimate price. And you'll just get killed. So, yeah. But that's all there is here, so I'm gonna actually reload the save to before this, and I will be back. Okay, with item theft covered, we are now ready to finish the game. So, one thing I did between parts is, you might notice my rupee count, maybe you noticed, probably not, I don't know, is that my rupee count's about 40 below what it was last time. That's because I did buy enough arrows to be full on arrows. I would recommend doing that before this final boss fight. Next up, we need to actually figure out how to get to the Windfish, or the final boss at least, and that's going to be this book here. I actually need something to write down my code. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Round and round the passageways of the egg. So, write down or take a picture of your code or whatever, because this is randomly generated depending on your file. And now we are going to be able to get to the final boss, so hooray. Now, let's take one last chat with Marin. I mean, we briefly saw it when we were labeled a thief, but, you know, that never actually happened. That was an alternate reality. Someday, you will leave this island, and I just know it in my heart, don't you ever forget me. If you do, I'll never forgive you. I thought she had a different line as well, but I think... I know I saw it earlier, I guess I just accidentally got rid of it. But, yeah, we need to head over to the Windfish's egg, and awaken the Windfish. It is finally time to finish this. So, at this point in the game, we've seen all 26 of the seashells. Obviously, we've only collected 20. Completed the color dungeon, completed all 8 of the main dungeons, gotten all 12 heart pieces, any item upgrades along the way, and all of the photo quests done. So that's pretty much everything there is in... I want to go this way. In Link's Awakening DX. So, all of it's here in this PC port. It is the entire game, with only very small changes, so it's honestly the perfect experience. So, once we're up at the Windfish, let's pull out the ocarina with the Ballad of the Windfish. And here we go. And there we go. Time has come. The windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Hoot hoot. So, here we are. Windfish's egg. This is where you're gonna need your code. If you just walk forward and drop in. This is going to be the start of the maze. So this can go on endlessly without the code. So we just need to have it coming in. I really like this effect, actually, of the screen kind of, you know, fading into the next one. So it's left, up, right, and up. And that should be it, I think. Yep, there we go. So you'll eventually reach this room, and we can go on ahead and just drop down for the final fight. We were born of nightmares to take over this world. The windfish sleeps endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. Heh, you can never defeat us. Let's rumble. So, this is going to be the Shadow Nightmares. Starting off, you're going to get a giant gel shadow. So he's going to jump around, and we're going to need to pull out our magic powder, I believe. Did you just hit this one? I can never remember what you do for this boss. But I'm pretty sure it's magic powder. Yeah, okay, I guess I just missed the first time. What was I gonna say? But there's multiple phases to this fight. It is the hardest boss fight in the game, honestly. It's not even close, because it's the only one that really lasts more than like 30 seconds. But I like this final boss. I think it's pretty good for this game. Although I wish anything I do have a critique of, I kind of wish the music was a little better. And I believe next we are going to be getting let's see. Okay, it is Aghanim's Shadow. So just like in A Link to the Past, we need to hit his sword beams back, or not his sword beams. We need to hit his like magic balls back at him. And unfortunately, there's no bug net to do that with this time. But I also find this even easier than it is in A Link to the Past. It feels like they move very slowly. Alright, I'm sitting here trying to like spam the sword like you can in the original, and I forget you can't do that in this port. You have to hit him. Oh, we're already done. Okay. And what do we get next? Ah, Moldorm's Shadow. So, Moldorm's Shadow should go down pretty quick from my memory. This is one of the shorter phases. You want to try to take as little damage as possible in these early phases, so if you can get through it while only taking 2 or 3 hearts, that would probably be best. I would recommend having at least half your health for the final phase of the fight. And that's Moldorm's Shadow, and now we get Ganon's Shadow. So, in the remake, you can only affect them with spin attacks. In this version, we need to do this. I don't remember having to use the Pegasus boots to dash into him in the Game Boy Color version, but it works, and we are now on the final phase, I think. Oh, no, we are not. This is the Land Mola Shadow, and we need to hit it with... Is this one magic powder as well? No. How do you damage this one, then? I'm trying to remember. I know one thing, it's doing a lot of damage. Oh, never mind. Just the boomerang. Now it's the final phase. So this is Deathel. To hit it, we just need to use the arrows. This is why I fully stocked up on them. And this is a lot like Vadi in Minish Cap, where you need to avoid the 2 arms spinning around, and you can get hit quite a lot pretty easily in this phase. You can also go through a lot of arrows very quickly, so do have enough arrows to kill him, because he actually has a lot of health in this phase too. So it's going to take several hits. And if you're like me and just bad at hitting him in the eye, then that makes things even harder. But you want to make sure you have plenty of health for this part, because it's pretty easy to take damage. Although this fight kind of becomes a bit of a joke in the remake if you got all the heart containers, if I'm being honest. Having the 6 extra hearts and bottled fairies can just make this even easier. And there we go! There's the end. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. I think you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. Alright. Here we go. This is the end. Boot, young lad, I mean Clink, the hero, you have defeated the nightmares, you have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of this dream world. But one day, the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Clink, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage to turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Clink. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared and was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But verily, it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday thou may recall this island. That memory must be the real dream world. Come, Clink, let us awaken together. Oh man, it doesn't matter how many times I finish this game. It never fails to make me a bit sad at the end. I don't know, there's just something about seeing the island disappearing before your eyes, especially with like Terran's picking mushrooms, Marin is singing as usual as she goes out. You just see all these characters in their final moments right at the end there, and it never doesn't hurt, so I think it's so interesting how this game just does the ending there, because like, even though you know you're not completely sure, and there's still a part of you that hopes that's not the way the game actually ends, but no, it doesn't really pull the punch, it goes through with it, which is something I really like. I love endings like that. But yeah, this port is amazing. This is by far the best way to experience Link's Awakening now, if you ask me. Couple minor things missing, it does not matter at all, really. They have no effect on the overall impact of the game. Granted, I'm sure someone will come along and add them, make a, you know, add-on or whatever that you can get that adds them in, or you can add them in yourself. I might try to look at it a bit more myself to see if I can do it, but no, this is the best version of the game to me. Like I've said, this is one of my favorite Zelda games. It's up there in my favorite games ever. It's just an amazing game overall that doesn't miss a single beat just about. So it's been really fun to see this port just drop out of nowhere. I had most of a Switch series done. Like, I was ready to start putting it out once I was done with Pikmin 3, and then this just dropped out of nowhere. I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna scrap it all, because this is exactly what I wanted. So here it is, and I'm so glad I got to do this. It's been so much fun, and I definitely want to do more Zelda games. In fact, I'll probably do another one next, but there it is, the real end. Maybe. Is it gonna do it, or... Yep. Maybe that... Oh, no. Every time I'm like, I think that's it, and then it keeps going. Okay, there we go. So, that last bit there was the part you get for beating the game without dying, where we saw Marin there. If you beat the game without dying, you get to see that. But yeah, with that, that is the real end of this playthrough and this series. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time for whatever I'm doing. Bye-bye.